We're evolving too quickly. Everything is changing so fast that we barely have time to comprehend. The world we once knew is dissolving, and in its place, something new is being born. The battle of the titans has already begun. OpenAI, Meta, Anthropic, and Google with its AI studio. Who will win? Who will own the planet? What is the price of victory? One will inherit everything. Why is Google in a hurry? Imagine a giant that has ruled the world of information for decades. Google is not just a search engine. It's an empire built on knowledge, data, and control. But even empires can tremble when a threat emerges on the horizon that cannot be ignored. It all started as a whisper in the corridors of Silicon Valley. In 2022, when OpenAI released ChatGPT, the world stood still. In just 2 months, 100 million users. It wasn't just a product, it was a challenge. Google, long used to setting the rules, suddenly found itself falling behind. Insiders say a code red was declared inside a company, an alarm signal that rarely echoes within the walls of Mountain View. Leadership realized if they don't respond now, their throne might shake. After all, search is not just Google's business. It is their heart, bringing in 57% of revenue. Google Search, including the Google Search and Other category, earned $189.62 billion, according to Alphabet's 2024 financial reports. The terrifying question is, what if people stop Googling altogether and start chatting with AI? And it's not just about money. There is something more. For years now, Google has called itself an AI-first company. Since 2016, they've redirected their focus to AI. DeepMind, their jewel, acquired in 2014 for $500 million, created miracles like AlphaGo. But even that wasn't enough. DeepMind was once a research project, but now the stakes have risen. Insiders whisper. Google realized that scattered efforts lead nowhere. A unified AI studio is needed, a center of power that can challenge the competitors. Why now? Because OpenAI, Anthropic, and Meta are hot on their heels and time is running out. And Google is not just reacting, it's playing ahead. In 2023, they invested $300 million in Anthropic, a startup founded by former OpenAI employees who left due to disagreements over the company's commercial direction. It wasn't just a financial move, but an attempt to peek into the rivals' cards. But it soon became clear, standing with one foot in rivals' camp is not enough. They need their own AI Knight, as the project is called in insider circles. Rumor has it new versions of Gemini, their answer to GPT-4, already being tested behind the scenes, although results so far have not met leadership's expectations. Why? Perhaps because data, the fuel of AI, is becoming more expensive and harder to acquire. What's happening inside the company itself? Rumors are swirling that Jeff Dean, Google's chief scientist, and Demis Hassabis, head of DeepMind, are clashing over how to unify their efforts. DeepMind wanted freedom, but Google demands integration. Vertex AI, their developer platform, has already become a testing ground for experiments, and Gemini Pro, introduced in 2023, outperformed GPT 3.5 in 6 out of 8 benchmarks. But that's not enough. Insiders such as Google's CFO Ruth Porat have stated that the company plans to spend about $12 billion or more on capital expenditures each quarter throughout 2024, with a significant portion going toward new data centers and AI servers. It's a necessity to keep pace with Microsoft, which together with OpenAI is already breathing down their neck. This is a race for survival, or more precisely for power. And yet there is a secret no one dares speak aloud. Google fears not only losing the market, they fear losing control over the future. If OpenAI or Anthropic capture users' minds, if their models become the window to the world instead of Google Search, then who will decide what humanity sees? OpenAI, Meta, and Anthropic, the competitors. Google AI Studio is entering the Cold War of AI, relying on the strength of its ecosystem, Search, Cloud, Android, which means billions of users. Unlike OpenAI, Meta, and Anthropic, Google integrates AI into existing products, Gmail, Google Cloud, aiming to retain leadership, especially in search, which brings in 57% of revenue. Google is betting on accessibility and scale, offering free features and flexibility through Vertex AI to attract users and developers. OpenAI challenges with scale and innovation, Meta with openness through Llama, attracting those who avoid closed systems, and Anthropic with the safety and precision of Claude, earning the trust of corporations. Google AI Studio counters with integration and data from trillions of queries, something the competitors can't replicate, but Meta leads in the niche of compact models, while Anthropic wins through partnerships with Amazon and even Google itself, $2 billion in investments. This competition is a battle of philosophies: Google's universality versus OpenAI's speed, Meta's freedom and flexibility, and Anthropic's reliability and trust. But I'll say it again like a mantra: Google AI Studio is unique in its deep integration into the Google ecosystem, from search and YouTube to cloud and Android, giving it access to vast data and billions of users. Friends, how did you like our video? Share your thoughts, leave a comment and hit like. Your opinion means a lot to us. Subscribe so you don't miss new episodes. Let's keep going. Who's already using Google AI Studio? Google AI Studio is already attracting a wide range of players, each seeing their own opportunity in it. Startups like Character AI and Adapt use its integration with Google Cloud to accelerate the development of their AI products, from chatbots to generative models. These young companies value access to the powerful computing resources and data that Google provides through its platform, allowing them to compete with larger rivals without needing to build infrastructure from scratch. However, there is a shadow behind this. Dependency on Google can become a trap that's hard to escape. Governments aren't standing aside either. For example, in the US and Europe, authorities are testing tools like Vertex AI, part of the Google AI ecosystem, for big data analysis, from weather forecasting to traffic management. Rumors suggest that some countries, including Singapore, are already experimenting with Google AI Studio to optimize public services such as healthcare and cybersecurity. This isn't just about convenience, it's about strengthening control. After all, those who own the data and the AI can predict and influence mass behavior. But what if these technologies fall into the hands of regimes less concerned with freedom? What about the private sector? Corporations, from financial giants like Deutsche Bank to retailers like Walmart, are also in the game. They're implementing Google AI Studio to forecast demand, automate processes, and personalize advertising. For example, Accenture, a Google partner, helps major clients integrate AI into their systems, promising billions in profits through cost reductions. But insiders whisper, some CEOs see this not only as a way to boost efficiency, but also as a tool to strengthen their influence in the market, pushing out competitors who can't adapt in time. This is no longer just business, it's a struggle for survival. Speaking of competition and struggle, check out our previous video, you'll find the link in the top right corner of the screen, and learn about the tech war between China and the US for the future of civilization. Trust us, it's going to be fascinating. Will Google AI Studio take over the market? Who benefits from such a twist? First and foremost, Google itself and its parent company Alphabet, whose market cap exceeds $2 trillion. The deeper their AI penetrates startups, governments, and corporations, the more data and power they accumulate, reinforcing their position as the global arbiter of technology. Investors like BlackRock, which hold major stakes in Alphabet, also win. The growth of the AI market promises trillions. But there is a dark side. Those who control such technology can dictate the rules of the game, leaving ordinary users and entire economies as pawns. This isn't progress, it's a new kind of domination. How will all this affect the world? Google AI Studio gives developers access to powerful tools like Gemini and Google Cloud, enabling even small teams to create cutting-edge AI products. But attachment to the Google ecosystem limits their freedom. Those who don't adapt risk left behind. For users, AI Studio brings convenience, from smart features in Gmail to precise recommendations on YouTube. But this comes at the cost of privacy, and algorithms are increasingly influence their choices. Data becomes the fuel of AI, blurring the boundaries of freedom. The impact on the global economy is twofold. Automation threatens millions of jobs, widening the gap between nations, but also opens the door to innovation and productivity growth. It's a challenge, but also an opportunity. Google AI Studio could become a catalyst for a new era of prosperity if humanity finds the balance between technology and justice. So there it is, Google AI Studio, the new knight in the AI empire. And what do you think? How do you feel about such a future? A world where artificial intelligence is coming ever closer to us? Share your thoughts in the comments if you're not afraid.